pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Chargers of San Diego. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
4 yards.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 113 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
In motion right is Johnston. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 95 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. An 8-yard pickup. First down.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
It's a game of 9.
On third down, it's Pacheco. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
And a Kansas City Chiefs first down. It's a gain of 10. And a first down, Chiefs.
They go play fake. Mahomes throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Mahomes going to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
Pacheco is in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Kansas City.
And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. The Chargers offense and Justin Jefferson set to take over once more. And he's very much alive in the race for most receiving yards by a wideout this year. Currently ranked second in the NFL at this point in the season. They'll start it out with a run by Hampton. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And his throw is incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Herbert now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the San Diego first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Herbert throwing again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up with it, looking to pass. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the
In motion right is Johnston. Here's Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
On
3rd down, here's Hampton. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Mahomes now to throw. He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. 3rd and 3.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 7. First down, Chiefs.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Mahomes. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it is caught. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Going underneath for Charles. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And it'll slither by. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
16 more yards.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Chiefs. First down.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to widen their advantage.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Chargers offense back onto the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
And the Chargers first down.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
19 more yards. That's another Chargers first down.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now it's Herbert. This one brought in by Jefferson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Back to throw here, Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The slot man in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Going to get it. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that'll be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
The coverage by Justin Wally.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
Herbert.
At the 40-yard line.
That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That's good for a San Diego 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Johnston on the quick slant. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Herbert now. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. To the air again, Herbert. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Ladd McConkey in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Chargers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the 2nd half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Chiefs offense and their running back Isaiah Pacheco getting set for this next possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Here's Higgins out on the right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. It's a gain of 20. And a first down, Chiefs.
A handoff now for Pacheco. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Again, it's Pacheco. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
Mahomes going to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They try with Pacheco. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
The coverage by Justin Wally.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now, I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Mahomes to throw once more. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hampton. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
At the 45-yard line.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On first down, it's Hampton. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
That's another San Diego first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
A run once more with Hampton. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Brought down at the 15-yard line.
Second down and 6 now.
Second and 6.
They run the counter. It's Walters. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Mahomes now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Chiefs.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they got things rolling on this drive. To throw, it's Mahomes. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
And they'll run with Pacheco. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Pacheco. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throw right side, put in by Higgins. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Xavier Worthy with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Gets past one man. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. Still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Again, it's Hampton. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll work inside here, Hampton. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 102 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A draw play, Hampton. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. And Johnston sent in motion. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up third down and 17.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Fielded just inside the 30. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
The Chargers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work.
The Charger drive about to get going.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Trying to run for it with Hampton.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now Mahomes. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers
down by 8, a minute 40 remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10.
Herbert going to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Herbert to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 10.
Herbert open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here we go. This is fourth down. Now Herbert. He'll try to do it himself. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. First and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Herbert completes this to Jefferson.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing, Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39.
It's a gain of 18.
And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert.
Completes it to Dixon.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 17.
And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left.
From the 17, they work on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
He'll try and do this himself.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Here's 1st and goal.
And the San Diego first down.
And they're down to 17 seconds now here after the spike. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Herbert now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run.
This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got.
1 yard on the play.
One last throw here for Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. They'll try and run it in. And he is in for 2 points. And barring some hijinks on the kickoff, we're going to be headed to overtime. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So 4 quarters couldn't settle a winner, and now the Chargers going to get the first opportunity here in OT as the kick is away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chargers ready to take over. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Brings up third down.
Up the middle, it's Hampton.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there.
And they will take over first and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting. We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
Open man is Barner, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
A gain of 12 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up third and 2.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Here's J.K. Scott now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, first and 10.
At their own 14-yard line.
They'll start it out with a run by Hampton.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
At the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
On the handoff, it's Hampton.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they like some matchups that they have unable to do so on that play.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
It's a gain of 14
Line of
yards.
scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Pacheco once again. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have won the football game.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Kansas City, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.